Hi and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Sandy and today we are finally going to be talking about Kingdom Legendary War episode 1. Yay! My series is finally here. Woo! So, as you all know, I have been kind of teasing this series for a long time, probably 2 months now, just because I knew Kingdom was on its way. That's why I've been reacting to so many groups on Kingdom, and it's finally here. First episode is finally out, and now we're gonna get down to business. So first, I just wanted to say that I did get a new camera thanks to my boyfriend. He bought me this camera because he knows that I started a YouTube channel and I was filming on my phone, and I mean, of course the phone isn't bad, but the sound quality, a lot of you guys did say that it was very low, and I know, so I got a mic, so hopefully it sounds a lot better. Let me know. But yeah, without further ado, let's just get into the analyzation of Kingdom Legendary War episode 1. So first of all, I'm just going to kind of explain how I'm going to be doing these videos. So I'm not going to be watching it with you all. I feel like that's copyright. I ain't trying to get blocked or anything. But no, I watched the first episode, and I'm assuming that if you're watching this video, you also watched the first episode. And I'm just going to be kind of telling you guys notes that I wrote while kind of just watching it. So that's kind of the whole ordeal, or how these videos are gonna go. So assuming that you all have already seen episode 1, that's how I'm going to work with these videos. I'm just gonna give you what I thought were cute moments in the episode, what I noticed, and then kind of comment on each performance, and then also give the show's ranking and then my ranking, because this is my channel, and I just wanted to rank it because I might have different ideas than other people, or how they ranked it in the show. So yeah. Alright, so I got my handy dandy notes, and so if I'm looking down a lot, it's just because I'm reading my notes. But to start off with, so the boy starts us off coming in, and they kind of are used to the Kingdom stage, so they know how to work the stage, and that really shows kind of in their performance how they utilize the stage. And it's kind of nostalgic for them to be the first ones to come in, because they were the first ones to come in for Road to Kingdom. So I really liked how they had the boys come in first, and they were familiar with the place and everything. And then Stray Kids comes in, and seems like the boys and Stray Kids, they promote a lot together, or during the same time, so they kind of know each other a little bit. So I always love seeing friendships of idol groups, different idol groups, and just how they interact. So nice. And then ATEEZ comes in, and ATEEZ is the maknae, and it's so weird to me that ATEEZ is the maknae of all the groups, just because they don't feel like the maknae when I watch them individually, but in the show, during the whole episode 1, I definitely felt that they had that maknae vibe to them. But when I watch their music videos, Inception, or all the other ones, I just feel like they are so experienced, so that was really weird for me. But they're cute, and they were very awkward, and the little interaction that had with Lino from Stray Kids, when they met eyes, and then they bowed to each other and said hello. That was just so cute. I thought that was so cute. And then up next we got BTOB, which is the seniors, the names of this whole group, and they're really respected, and a lot of them were like, oh my goodness, vocal kings, you know, they're gonna be coming in with the vocals, and you know, they're very respected. And Eunkwang, he just made everything so not awkward. And one of my favorite parts of the whole episode was when he spoke English to Bang Chan, and like it was hilarious because he was just like, hello, how are you? And then he's like, I'm doing well, how are you? And then like he's like, usually people say I'm fine, thank you. So it was great. Like he broke that little awkwardness that everybody had, which kind of reminded me of how like Golden Child's Jang Jun did in Rosy Kingdom with TOO. So it was kind of cute to see that interaction as well. Okay, let's talk about SF9, because SF9 came in with suits on, looking like models. Hui Young with the slick back hair. Boy, you better stop. But no, seriously, you know, we all know that they are very, very handsome. Visuals all throughout SF9. I did not realize how tall each member was. Like, until like I watched them like actually come in, and everybody, all the other groups just comment like, wow, they're so tall, they look like models. Like I didn't realize, I thought like Ruwon, I knew he was tall, I know he's like 6'1", 6'2". I didn't realize how tall the other members were, so like, I was just like, dang, wow. But yeah, SF9, I'm 4'11", I can't date a guy that's too tall, you know? So not like I'm gonna date any of them in real life. A girl can dream. Okay, and the last group that came out is, of course, iKON, and they were so like all the other groups were just fanboying over iKON, which I thought was so cute. Like I didn't realize that so many of them were like looking up to iKON, and like I don't really think iKON is that like old of a group, like compared to like BTOB Summonings. Like, you know, iKON is like next, what was it, SF9? It's one of them. Like, you know, there's 3 older groups and then 3 younger groups, and so like I didn't realize that a lot of them idolized iKON. So I was just like, wow, like is iKON really that old of a group, you know? But they are iKON, and I loved how like so many of them talked about when iKON was about to perform. They were like, wow, they have so many songs to choose from. Like SF9 was like, we only had 2 choices, they have so many choices. So like, you know, with that just being said, like I understood why a lot of people thought, you know, iKON would come out on top, which I was really surprised too, because I didn't think that. But after seeing the first episode, I kind of changed my ranking, like my initial ranking, and kind of put iKON on top 3 somehow, some way. But we'll get into more of the rankings later. But yeah, all right, so let's get into the performances. All right, so of course, like I said earlier, they had like a little pre ranking, like of like which teams that each member thought, or each team thought would be ranked number 1. And of course iKON was number 1, and so they were chosen to go last because a lot of the teams ranked them first, and then iKON was able to choose another team to go, and they chose ATEEZ to go first because they were the maknaes, and they thought that, you know, if they go first, maybe they'll be less nervous, you know. And I was really glad that they thought about it like that, because I think, of course, ATEEZ in the episode, they were very thankful for iKON too, because, you know, they were like, yeah, it's better to go first because, you know, you don't we're not compared to anyone else. So in a sense, I did really was glad that ATEEZ were the first to go, and yeah, they started it off really well. I could tell that ATEEZ was nervous, and it's weird to see them nervous because they dominate the stage so well, you know, like they just know how to perform. And can we just talk about Stan for a minute? Like, he turns into such a monster on stage. It's so good. But no, I think that the whole performance was really good. Like, I just give props to all the teams, not just ATEEZ, but all the teams for singing live, because you could hear, like, after they all performed, they were out of breath. And like with ATEEZ, definitely I could hear they were so out of breath. And like from the start to the finish, it was just so theatrical in a way, like how iKON were saying, oh my gosh, it was like a musical. Yes, I agree. Hongjoong with like his blood at first, and it was just like so interesting to hear him after saying like, oh, like I was supposed to initially like, you know, spit the blood out when I like, you know, the first shot, but then the blood didn't come out, so he like just spit it out the second part, and he wished that somebody saw it, and they did. So like it's interesting to see what was supposed to happen, but what actually did happen. You know, everything happens for a reason. I believe that everything happens for a reason, and honestly, like if he didn't comment on that, I would have never known. So they did a great job. Yeah, I just wrote in my notes like amazing. And then Stan with the torch. Wow. Yeah, Stan really stood out, you know, with his pink hair and everything. But yeah, at the end where he like climbed up and he like held the torch up, it was just powerful. Loved it. Loved ATEEZ. Okay, so after ATEEZ was done, they were able to pick a group, and they picked BTOB, and it was so cute because they were like, okay, so a maknae group went, so now I guess a senior group has to go, and they were like, all right, let's just go with BTOB. And BTOB was like, oh dang it, like we gotta go next. I knew it was us. Like, it was so cute. So I knew that BTOB were gonna be vocal kings. Let's just say vocal kings. I just thought that they, you know, lived up to their hype. Like, everyone was in awe in their performance. Like, so many different reactions when they were singing. Like, I loved how everybody was like saying, oh man, I have goosebumps, or like they are definitely the vocal kings. They're singing. The whole performance started with Peniel rapping, and then, you know, going into the harmonies. Well, first it was harmonies, but like definitely like Minhyuk was talking about how, you know, he usually raps, but in this song he's gonna be, you know, doing the singing more, and that just so shows how versatile BTOB can be. Like, you know, everybody can rap, everybody can sing. Vocalization, harmonization was on point. BTOB, y'all did so good. I wrote so many fanboys. I love how all the vocals from the other teams, because they had like, they kept showing like ATEEZ main vocal, they kept showing like Stray Kids main vocal on the screen, and they were just kind of like appreciating the voice of their sunbanins, and I was just like, yes, I want to see like a collab with all the main vocals in the future. And you know, I think we know that's gonna happen. Be a dance one too, but like, you know, like in Queendom, all the main vocals came together and did something, and then all the main dancers came together and did something. Yeah, we gonna get that, and if we don't get that, I'm gonna be very upset. But yeah, can't wait for that. But again, I also got goosebumps when they were singing. Like, I was so moved, and I just really loved the performance. It wasn't like a dance powerful performance like all the other groups, but vocally it was the strongest, and it was the most impactful vocally. So that's what I liked about BTOB's performance. Okay, so next BTOB was able to choose the next group, and they chose SF9. And again, like when SF9 was walking down to get their mics on, get ready, everybody was just like, dang, they're so handsome, wow, they're so tall. iKON looked at Jay, and they were just like, how do you feel? And he was just like, I'm never that tall, I'm never gonna be that tall. It's so funny because, yeah, y'all know that Jay is one of the shortest idols, and it's so funny. I mean, everyone, I still love you, Jay. Like, don't get your hopes down. And then SF9, of course, performed one of my favorite song of theirs, which is Good Guy, which is the first one that I reacted to of them. And I was very intrigued on how they changed the song. I thought that it was just very fitting because they made it more dancey, but they also made it like more electric in a way, and like more impactful. There it goes. And Taeyang, he killed it. Of course, we know that he's the dance king. Not really, okay, like there are two main dancers in SF9, I know that, but man, he definitely killed it. And like I commented like, Huiyoung killed me. Like honestly, that shot of when they all like walked up models and everybody was just like, that's not fair, they're using their physique to get us, that's not fair. Like when they all walked lined up and then the camera turned to Huiyoung, oh, it killed me. And then I honestly didn't notice that in the performance that Taeyang's mic fell off, and like, you know, that's why I was just like, wow, like, you know, I probably don't have a performer or an idol's vision to see that, because in the performance I just thought it was perfect, because I was just like, dang, everybody did good, everybody did great, like, you know. And then after the whole like performance, he was just like, dang it, like my mic came off during rehearsals and it came off during the performance. And then all the other like idols also noticed too, and I was just like, wow, like they noticed. I mean, of course, like that's something that you have to notice or like you have to deal with when you're an idol. But then I was also really happy that Yeonkyung from B2B, that he like commented and he was just like, I thought it was very professional when his mic fell off, but he kept going, you know. So he kept calm and he wasn't flustered, and I was just like, wow, like, so like I'm pretty sure Taeyang appreciated that so much, that comment so much, especially from a Seminim idol. So yeah. Yeah, and then I also wrote Good Guy, still my favorite song of SF9. So yeah. Okay, so SF9 gets to choose next, and they chose Stray Kids. And honestly, I thought they were gonna choose the boys. I thought they were. But then I understood why they chose Stray Kids, because they were saying like, you know, the boys won Road to Kingdom, and you know, they're gonna be, everyone looks forward to their performance, and they didn't wanna be compared to the boys. So they were like, you know, they wanted some distance between their performance and the boys' performance. So that's why they chose Stray Kids, which I understood why they did that. But y'all, Stray Kids killed it. Like, oh my god, they killed it. Like, I was a little nervous too, because, you know, right before they performed, they did like the preview of the whole rehearsal, and I saw that Han and Felix, they like bumped into each other. Han got a little hurt, and then, you know, they missed the timing for Hyunjin's flip, but you know, like they still like Felix just kind of like, I know he was nervous, but he brushed it off, and Bangchan, being the leader that he is, was just like, you know, don't worry about it, like you got it. Also love their Australian accents. I'm gonna keep saying that. Always love their Australian accents. I love when Bangchan and Felix just talk in English. Just love their accent so much. So sexy. But yeah, I'm just really happy that Felix was able to overcome his nervousness. I didn't like think he was gonna be that nervous, because honestly, like, I feel the same with ATEEZ as I do with Stray Kids. Like, when I see them perform, like their music videos or like their live stages, they just look like they dominate the stage and that they're not nervous at all. But like, you know, it's not that I forget that they're human sometimes, but it's just like, you know, I feel like they have so much experience that, you know, they would get less nervous. But you know, I'm so wrong about that, because, you know, they are still young idols and they still get nervous. So and it's a competition, you know. They were talking about the word competition and how, you know, that is what making it very like nerve-wracking. So I can understand why Felix was so nervous. So I'm so glad that he overcame that. Also, when like Changbin came in with his like little like flame torch, whatever it was, when he started rapping, oh my gosh, it cut to Woo Young, And the relationship, the friendship between Woo Young from ATEEZ and Changbin, oh my gosh, it's the friendship that I want. Like, you can tell that they were close, and man, when it came to Changbin's part, he was just like woo, and you know, everyone needs a friend like Woo Young, because you know, the one that hypes you up and the one that keeps you going. I'm like, yeah, woo. It was just great. It was great. Yeah, and then like so many parts of the Stray Kids performance that, like, you know, you have to really watch it twice to really get all of the little details. Like we see the big things, you know, we see Hyunjin's flip, Bangchan's bat flip, and then like, you know, the flamethrower. So many props, like the props in their mouth at the beginning, like werewolves, everything. It was just so good. Like it was just so freaking good. Stray Kids killed it. Like, that's all I had to say. Stray Kids killed it. Alright, and because we all know that iKON is gonna go last, next is The Boys. And let me just say, The Boys did not disappoint. Like, they did not disappoint. They proved that they were there and they earned it, and I'm so happy that like The Boys was able to pull off the Stealer in a way that I haven't seen before. Stealer, again, one of my favorite songs from The Boys, definitely. And they were so hyped, and like, you know, everybody commented on, dang, they were able to use the stage so well. Of course, like, you know, their experience, they know the stage, and I think that was an advantage that they had over the other groups, because the other groups definitely had a lot more struggles with the stage, and they weren't as familiar, but I really liked it. Juyeon overcoming his struggle and nervousness, just like Felix. When Juyeon commented on how much like mistakes he made in Road to Kingdom, I didn't notice them at all either. And like how he was nervous, and you know, before the actual performance, how he couldn't land right and he kept like sliding. He nailed it, like somehow, some way, like he nailed it in the like actual performance, and I was so happy that he was able to. And damn, that lift that they did for him before he jumped, whoo, is so high. Like dang, like he trusts his like teammates so much. And yeah, The Boys did not disappoint, did not. Okay, my camera died while I was talking about iKON, but let me just talk about iKON again. That just gives me a chance to talk about them twice. Okay, so iKON gave me nostalgic feelings because they did Rhythm Ta, and you know, Rhythm Ta was their debut along with My Type, so it was very, very nice, and they brought a new version of Rhythm Ta again, and it was just really good. And I wrote down like they proved that they could still perform and deliver a powerful performance, which is definitely true. And then I said that I love Bobby at the end when like they were all laying down and like he like just poked his head, and then everybody was just like, that's iKON for you. But yeah, no, iKON, their performance was definitely like, I wasn't expecting them to be that like powerful, if I'm being honest, because their last comeback was so like vocal heavy that I was just like, ooh, I hope they do something vocal heavy. But then, you know, I mean, I knew they could perform, I knew they could dance. I was kind of really hoping for them to do Killing Me, because I mean, I understand why they did Rhythm Ta. Rhythm Ta was the song that everybody knew them by, right? Killing Me is just my favorite song from iKON. That's just me. But anyways, yeah, iKON killed it. They did great. And yeah, excited to see their progress on Kingdom. Well, excited to see all of the group's progress on Kingdom. But yeah, I would say overall, like, all the performances were amazing, and I can't wait to keep watching more. All right, and then so they were doing, I think they were planning to do live like rankings or live like voting. I'm not really sure how that works, because of course I'm in America and they're in Korea, and yeah, time difference is, Time difference sucks, but you know, it's okay. That's how fans from across the sea or across the ocean is, you know, when we live halfway around the world, we can't really vote. I mean, we can, but I would have to like probably be up in the middle of the night, and can't do that. I gotta work. Sad. But yeah, so I guess they had like so many live audience, or like not live audience, but like so many voters online that they had to like postpone it to like 4 or 5 days later. So I'm gonna share the rankings that are on the show that they already announced, and then what I think is gonna be like the finish up of those shows. So they ranked they did 5th place, 4th place, 3rd place, and then they were going to announce, I think they're gonna do like 1st, 2nd, and 6th in the next episode. So it was like a cliffhanger for the next episode. But in 5th place, I was really surprised. 5th place was ATEEZ, and 4th place was SF9, and 3rd place was BTOB. So we have Stray Kids, iKON, and The Boyz left. And if I'm being completely honest, I think this is what the show is gonna do. But then I'm gonna give you guys my ranking on like overall what I think about all of the performances. Hopefully some of you guys agree. If you guys don't, let me know what your rankings are for all the performances down below. Alright, so for the show, I think that Stray Kids is gonna be 1st, iKON is gonna be 2nd, and sadly The Boyz is gonna be 6th. So that's what I'm predicting. And I'm also predicting that based on popularity, because I know that The Boyz is still underrated. Even though they won Road to Kingdom, their popularity has definitely gone up. But compared to iKON and Stray Kids, I think that they're just not as popular as the other groups. That's why I'm ranking The Boyz at 6. And then honestly, iKON and Stray Kids, like either one of them can be 1st or 2nd. I just put Stray Kids 1st because I thought their performances were just really good, and they had bigger impact than iKON did, especially with all their props and everything. They had just a lot more scenes from their performances that I was able to really remember, and more theatrical points in the performances. So that's why I ranked Stray Kids as 1st. But yeah, I'm okay with iKON or Stray Kids being 1st. But my rankings, my unpopular opinion on the whole show is I would rank 1st is Stray Kids, especially because of what I just said. I think that they did an amazing job, and I think that they definitely used the props and like their ability to do flips and theatrical tools and everything. Stray Kids killed it. I think that's why I ranked them 1st. 2nd is iKON. Yeah, iKON definitely surprised me the most because I didn't think they were gonna do Rhythm Ta. Honestly, I did not. But they gave us a new Rhythm Ta, and I was really happy to see that nostalgic feeling. 3rd, I actually ranked ATEEZ 3rd because even though they were the 1st to go, I was able to really remember a lot of their performances. And I think just like when ATEEZ is like, when they are on like performance mode, like it's like they go in for the kill, you know. And that's why I ranked ATEEZ as 3rd. 4th, I ranked The Boyz because they definitely proved that they were the kind of like the veterans of the Kingdom stage. They worked the stage really well. I'm pretty sure they planned like the effects on the ground. The yellow that popped up in the middle of their performance was beautiful. The lift, the jump, everything was pretty good, was pretty perfect. I really liked the boys' performance as well. Fifth, I ranked SF9, and I ranked SF9 above BTOB because as much as BTOB are vocal kings, like, they can do more. Like, I know they can do more. We all know that BTOB can dance, and that's what I want to see on this show. I want them to be like somebody commented, like, they're like Mamamoo. Like, you know, Mamamoo did all these performances on Queendom, and I want BTOB to show me more of what they can do, because I know they are the, you know, seniors, the veterans of the group, and I know they can do so much more. So I ranked SF9 higher just because I also really enjoyed their performance. They really showed just a little glimpse of what they can do. I know they can also do more. So I think I am the most excited for SF9. I'm gonna be really honest, because of the preview that I saw. I'm the most excited for them because I feel like they have something like for us in store, and I can't wait to see it. But yeah, those are my thoughts, my analyzation of Kingdom Legendary War episode 1, and I hope you guys liked it, and I hope to see you for the next video, which is gonna be probably like this Saturday for episode 2. So if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.